Hey there PC builders, I'm Linus and today we're diving into the heart of your computer, the CPU installation. This little chip is the brains of your computer, so let's make sure we install it correctly. First things first, safety. We're dealing with sensitive electronics, folks. Ground yourselves. Touch a metal part of your PC case to discharge any static electricity. This prevents accidental damage. Now, gather your tools. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, your CPU, your motherboard manual, and of course, thermal paste. Don't forget the most important ingredient, a clean workspace. Remember, patience is key. Take your time and don't force anything. Now let's move on to preparing the motherboard. Alright, the motherboard. This beauty holds everything together, including our precious CPU. First, carefully open the CPU socket lever. On Intel boards, there's also a metal plate to protect the socket. Now, it's CPU time. Look for a triangle on one corner of the chip. This lines up with a triangle on the motherboard socket. Gently place the CPU into the socket. It should just fall into place. No forcing. Once the CPU is seated, close the socket lever. On Intel boards, don't forget to put the metal plate back. Now take a deep breath because next up is thermal paste. Thermal paste. This magic substance helps transfer heat from the CPU to the cooler. Too much and it's a mess. Too little and your CPU might overheat. So, how much is enough? A pea-sized amount in the center of the CPU is usually perfect. Don't spread it. The cooler will do that for you. Speaking of which, let's install that cooler. Finally, the cooler. Line it up with the mounting holes on the motherboard. Screw it in gently, but don't over-tighten. Make sure it's secure and making good contact with the CPU. Now, final checks. Verify that the CPU cooler is properly installed and connected to the CPU fan header on the motherboard. Make sure your RAM is properly seated too. Congratulations, you've successfully installed your CPU. Boot up your system and head into the BIOS to verify that the CPU is detected. If all goes well, you're ready to game. And remember, if you're ever unsure about anything, don't hesitate to consult your motherboard manual or look for help online. Good luck and happy building. Sometimes things don't go as planned. If your system doesn't boot, don't worry. First, double-check that all connections are secure. Make sure the CPU is properly seated and that the fan is correctly installed. If you're still having trouble, try resetting the BIOS. Check your motherboard manual for specific instructions. If none of this works, you might have a damaged part. In that case, contact the manufacturer's technical support. Good luck! Hi everyone, welcome to the exciting world of CPU overclocking. If you're looking to squeeze a little more performance out of your processor, overclocking might be the answer. This process involves increasing the CPU's clock speed beyond its factory settings. But before you begin, there are some important things you need to consider. Overclocking can lead to increased temperatures and power consumption. Therefore, it's crucial to have an excellent cooling system and a reliable power supply. First, make sure your cooler is up to the task. A good quality cooler can make a big difference in managing the extra heat generated. Next, check your power supply unit, PSU, to ensure it can handle the increased power requirements. Once you're ready, consult your motherboard manual. There you'll find specific instructions on how to adjust the BIOS settings for overclocking. Typically, you'll need to access the BIOS menu during system startup and look for options related to CPU clock speed and voltage. Remember, patience and caution are essential. Start with small increments and test your system's stability after each change. Rushing the process can lead to system instability or even hardware damage. Happy overclocking, and may your system run faster and smoother than ever. Welcome back everyone. Now that we've explored the exciting world of overclocking, it's important to talk about another key topic: how to care for your CPU so it always performs at its best. For your CPU to function perfectly, regular maintenance is essential. Here are some practical tips to take good care of your system. First, get in the habit of cleaning the dust from your computer every 2 to 3 months. If dust accumulates, your computer can overheat, which can seriously affect the performance and lifespan of your CPU. Second, make sure your CPU fan is clean and working properly. A fan in good condition can significantly improve system cooling, especially if you've overclocked your CPU. Also, check the thermal paste from time to time. Over time, thermal paste can dry out and lose its effectiveness. It's essential to change it when necessary so that the heat transfer between the CPU and the fan is adequate. If you keep your computer clean and in good condition, you'll be able to enjoy your CPU for much longer and with better performance. Remember that, with a little care, your computer will work perfectly for many years. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your computer. Hi everyone, back again. Now that we've covered the basics of CPU maintenance, let's talk about how to take your computer's performance to the next level: upgrading your CPU. If you want to make your computer more powerful, upgrading the CPU can be an excellent option. Before buying a new CPU, make sure it's compatible with your motherboard. Check your motherboard manual or the manufacturer's website for a list of compatible CPUs. Once you've confirmed compatibility, you can begin. To install a new CPU, follow the same steps we saw in this video. First, carefully remove the old CPU, making sure to handle it with care. Then, apply thermal paste to the new CPU and attach the cooler correctly. Finally, don't forget to check that everything is properly connected before turning on the computer. Good luck with the upgrade, and may your computer run better and faster than ever. Thanks for watching the video, and enjoy your computer. Hi everyone, welcome back. Now that we've seen how to upgrade your CPU, it's time to talk about how to keep it cool. Keeping your CPU at a good temperature is key to its proper function and long lifespan. There are several options for cooling it, from air coolers to liquid cooling systems. Air coolers are usually easier to install and maintain. They work with a fan that blows air over a heatsink attached to the CPU, dissipating the processor's heat. For most people, a good quality air cooler will be more than enough to keep the CPU at the ideal temperature. On the other hand, liquid cooling systems can offer superior cooling performance. These systems circulate a coolant liquid through a series of tubes and radiators, effectively transferring heat away from the CPU. Although they require a bit more effort to install and maintain, they can be especially beneficial for high-performance setups or overclocked CPUs. Choose the solution that best suits your needs and budget. Remember, a cool CPU is a happy CPU. Thanks for watching the video, and may your computers run smoothly and efficiently.